Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to Ass Hat Podcast here on YouTube. I'm your host, Newton. Give me a sec. I got to sip of water. Ah, right there, baby. Water. Love me some. I got where I've cut out the soda. I only have soda if I go to town. I need a drink in town because I'm gonna pay. I don't like paying for water. If I'm gonna pay the $2 for a bottle of water, I'm gonna buy me a soda. But I'll put it this way: switching from the soda, even though I was drinking 0 calorie soda, switching from the soda to water, and I did that back in May. We're near the end of September. I have lost almost 40 pounds. Now I'm working out a little bit more, but a lot of it's because I'm not getting any calories from a drink, and I drink that jug I just put in there. I drink 2 of those a day. But look what we got here. We got Something Weird Video double feature: Dracula, the dirty old man, and guess what happened to Count Dracula? Special edition, Image Entertainment. Now, what this is, I love Something Weird Video. I love that they preserve cinema history. I wish they had more stuff out on DVD during their time frame, but I understand with Image, there's some stuff they just couldn't release. Because Image was getting them in the mainstream stores. Some Something Weird releases you can't have some of the Bucky Beaver stuff sitting on the shelf at FYE, or does Record Bar even exist anymore? Goody, or whatever you want to call it. But media play. This one right here. Now, Something Weird Video, I'll pick up their DVDs every once in a while. Matter of fact, give me 2 seconds. I will be right back. I want to show you something. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm walking out of the room and I'm talking loud. But I will, especially if it's a director or something like that, it gets where I know you can hear me. I have their Blu-ray, their Herschel Gordon Lewis Gore films, But this one I picked up quite a few years ago. This is Andy Melvin double feature of the Ghastly Ones and Seeds of Sin. Well, this one is not one I normally would have picked up, but I learned 2 years ago I love going to pawn shops and thrift stores and junk stores and stuff like that, and digging around. And with everybody going over to streaming, DVDs are starting to get cheap. You find them, and the thing about this, and I don't know how many people know this, with DVDs, there's no way to really track them. There's no serial number, so that's why. You go to pawn shop. Lots of times you'll find DVDs in pawn shops that are brand new, still sealed. You just came out 2 weeks ago. They're in a pawn shop. What if somebody stole that thing, sold it to the pawn shop for $1? Get their crack rock or their meth or whatever. Well, I found out about a pawn shop a little bit outside of town. I live in Brookhaven, Mississippi. A little town south of us called Bogachita. A lot of Chitta towns. We got one called Homachita. I found it was a pawn shop, and I also look. It's mostly a gun store, but they have other stuff in there. Go check it out. Well, I found out where it was. Easy to find. I drive. I walk in, and I think the guy could tell when I walked in I was not a gun guy. I walked in. He's like, "Well," he goes, "Hey, look, we ain't got any ammo." I was like, "I'm looking for your DVDs and Blu-ray." "Oh, they're over there, man. Go look." He was like, "Look, are you buying a lot?" I'm like, "Well, I don't know yet, but if you got a lot of stuff I want," he goes, "Well, look, I'll do you a deal. If you're buying in bulk, I'll cut the price down," because he was wanting. One thing was $2 a DVD, or you could get 10 for $10. Blu-rays are $3, or you could get 4 for $10. And I don't remember what the price was on video game. They had no 4K. You guys probably don't even know what 4K is. So I'll start looking. I'm like, man, there's a lot of good stuff in here. So I told him, what should we do? He goes, man, we're just trying to, we got piles in the back. We're trying to we don't have a lot of shelf space. If you could clear out a shelf, I'll give you whatever you can bring up to the counter for $30. All right, cool. Thank you. I got big arms. Long arms, not big. My biceps ain't big. I ain't, so a weak limit. I ain't, 24-inch pythons, brother. More like probably about 10. So I start stacking DVDs. Anything that caught my eye, I put it to the side. I found this in there. I'm like, holy shit. Because I remember, I was like, wait a minute, aren't both these softcore porns? Hell yeah, I'm going to buy that. And it was still sealed. That was the thing. I was like, man, I don't know where this came from, because this is not something you'd find in this town at Walmart, Went up there and got this and a bunch of other stuff. And the same day I found, I saw they had 10 seasons of NCIS. I'm not into the show, but I got some friends of mine that live in an area where there's no cable. Satellite's too expensive for me. And when they tell you don't pick up much, they watch DVDs all the time. Well, next time I'm visiting, I'm like, hey, it's a pawn shop. I know it's got 10 seasons of NCIS. Would y'all be interested? Like, yes, please. They're like, how much? I was like, usually $1, but you might want 2 because their seasons. Like, here's $20. Go get all of them. Whatever money's left over, use it on yourself, buy some stuff. So I went the next day and bought 10 seasons of NCIS. And they loved it. So let's go on the back here. Dracula, the dirty old man. Guess what happened to the Count Dracula? This is 2011. Reporter Mike Waters enters a desert cave and finds Dracula the Dirty Old Man, a vampire babbling like a Borscht Belt comic and wearing a hairpiece that resembles a dead skunk. Under Dracula's spell and renamed Irving Jackelman, Mike turns into a werewolf-like creature and attacks women in parking lots, gas stations, and even the drive-in. The women are magically whisked away to the cave where Dracula drains them, and Irving maims them until the two wolves fight over the Mike's luscious girlfriend. A totally discombobulated skinflint mix of sex, horror, and dumb jokes is maybe the single most deranged Dracula movie ever made. Oi! And guess what happened to Count Dracula? Give up? Well, after changing his name to Count Adrian, he and a motley bunch of monsters opened a Hollywood night spot known as Dracula's Dungeon, also headquarters for his attempt to turn lovely Angelica into an undead girlfriend courtesy of 3 separate neck gnaws. Listen carefully. It says half, it should be that. Whirling sound you hear is Bram Stoker spinning in his grave. What I didn't know until I got home, and I think this is one of them, is that this is a burnt disc. The first run of Something Weird video stuff from Image was press disc, nice silverbacks, or whatever. Well, the contract ended. When it came back, they started putting them out as burns. Which, okay. My whole thing with that was, if I'm going to buy burnt discs, I'll buy it directly from Something Weird, because Something Weird was selling. But for the price, I took a chance. And this is when I got that first day. And I got something else that day, too. I don't remember what it is. Both films, they're not great. They're interesting time capsules of that era. They're nothing spectacular. And this is one of those that's just going to sit on the shelf, and eventually I'll run into somebody, oh, man, I need that to finish my Something Weird collection. Or, I'm on every Dracula movie or something like that, and I'll end up going to them. But, interesting on the way, and you know what? I might end up watching this tonight. I want to say, and it's been a while since I watched these, that in one of these, Jamie Gillis shows up. And for those that don't know, Jamie Gillis was this actor out of New York City, a legit actor. Ended up going into porn and became known for being like one of the sleaziest guys ever in porn. Like no. Not one of those where like he beat women or nothing like that, but he was a sleaze fan. And he started On the Prowl, which is the first what they call gonzo now in porn, where they just take a camera, go out and film, and there's no plot or nothing. And it was this Jamie and a girl riding around in a car, and they pick up guys on the street and let them bang the girl in the car while they film. Jamie innovated a lot of stuff in the porn industry and passed away not that many years ago. Wrote a great biography that, not any names, because I know he's litigious. A certain person got the rights to and is just sitting on it, not releasing it. The same person tries to claim they own the rights to a bunch of stuff that they don't. And more people are catching on to the scams they're pulling, and they're finally, hopefully, going this out. But definitely check this out if you're into this kind of stuff. And I'm going to go, so give a thumbs up, give me a like, give me a dislike. I don't care. Because guess what? When you click that dislike, that counts as an interaction on YouTube. Like or dislike count as interactions. Neither one hurts me. Only thing dislike does is when the person that created the video sees it, if they get pissed off about it, that's all that happens. It don't negatively affect me one bit. I'm out.